Okay, this video corresponds to the section on ratios and unit rates. So ratios are a comparison of two things, okay? What is the ratio of males to females in a classroom? What is the ratio of red roses to white roses in a Valentine's bouquet? A ratio is a comparison of two things. There are three different ways to write a ratio, okay? So let me just, let's see. We can say, let's say that there's 4 men to 5 women. That's one way to write a ratio, is to actually use the word to, the English word. You can also write it with a colon, so 4, 2 with a colon in the middle, 5. And the third way to write a ratio is as a fraction, 4 to 5. Now the order of the numbers matters. The numbers have to match the order that the problem is asking you. So let's look at number 1. You're comparing nickels to dimes. 21 nickels to 13 dimes. Well, what we need to do, excuse me, we need to convert, these dimes need to be converted to nickels because we have to compare like units. So we know that there are 2 nickels in every dime. 5 cents plus 5 cents gives you 10 cents. So 2 nickels make up a dime. So if you have 13 nickels times 2, this would be, 13 dimes. Okay, dimes are the little ones. And then 2 nickels make up a dime. So if we have 13 times 2, that means we have 26 nickels here. We were starting out with 21 nickels. And so we have converted and we're comparing like units. We're comparing nickels to nickels. Now you can write it as a colon. You can use the word to, or as you see on the answer key, they wrote it as a fraction. You do reduce, always reduce a ratio, but 21 over 26, there's nothing that will go into those two numbers. Okay, the next one, again, we need to compare the same unit. So we need to convert hours to minutes. Okay, so we're given, this has 129 minutes, and we need to compare that to how many minutes would be in 3 hours. Well, we know every hour has 60 minutes, so 3 times 60 means that 3 hours is 180 minutes. Okay, now ratios have to be reduced. You can see from the answer that they've reduced this. But just a reminder, we've already worked on calculator, like using our calculator to do fractions. So you can put this in your calculator. Let me put that in and tell you what I'm going to get. So I get a decimal 0.71666666 repeating. I'm going to use my calculator, here it is, to convert it back to a fraction, second fractodecimal for my calculator, and it will reduce it for me to 43 over 60. Okay, 43 divided by 60. You have to reduce those yourself. Okay, unit price. Unit price is super important when shopping. So I just went to the grocery store this morning, and when you go to the grocery store, you're comparing, how much you can get for that dollar. How many, packs of crackers. I think the Wheat Thins I bought were, it's like 2 for, sorry, I've been sick. Anyway, unit rate is a comparison, a monetary comparison for how much something costs for 1 unit, basically. Now, this one on Hawks is kind of tricky. Just make sure you read the problem and answer it in the order that they ask you. So they say find the unit price. Okay, unit price means you're trying to find out the price per 1 unit. In this particular case, our unit is ounces. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, now remember 10 is written like this, and since that has 1 0, we're going to go 1 decimal place. That's very important. Hawks will not give you credit if you do not round properly. Now, be careful. This is the answer for 12 ounces, and this is the answer for 8 ounces. But look at how they want you to compare it. They want you to compare the cents per ounce. Again, over here, cents per ounce. Well, we know that $3.64 $3.64 is actually 364 cents. Now, how did I know to do that? Because I looked at how Hawks wants my answer. $2.91 is actually 291 cents. So the first thing I want to do is determine how many cents are in $3.64 and $2.91. Now, because the order has cents first over ounces, I have to put cents. So the first one will be 364 divided by the ounces, which is 12 ounces. Now, it said round to the nearest decimal. So you'll put this in your calculator, 364 divided by 12, and you're getting 30.3. We're not talking about dollars now. It's 30.3 cents per ounce. Okay? The other one, we have to put our cents on the top because cents came first. So 291 cents divided by my unit, which is 8 ounces. And you'll put that in your calculator, your round, and it'll be 36.4. So the question is, well, it didn't ask you this question, but this is a better buy. This is only 30 cents per ounce, where this is 36 cents per ounce. That's a pretty big difference. So you're getting more bang for your buck with that 12-ounce thing of coffee. Okay, the jelly is the same way. Notice this one says also round to the nearest tenth, so make sure you go one decimal place. Again, we have to convert this to cents per ounce. They want the answer in terms of cents. So $1.28 is 128 cents. And $1.62 is 162 cents. Now make sure you put it in the correct unit and you follow the order that's given. All right, let's go to the next page. Number 5, write the following rate as a simplified fraction. Now watch the order. They want dogs on the top. So we have 12 dogs on top. They want cats on the bottom. We have 92 cats. These are both types of animals. Now, these are both divisible by 4. 12 is divisible by 4 and 92 is divisible by 4. That's how we're going to get our final answer, which is 3/23. But if you did not know that, if you did not catch that, you can put it in your calculator. But you do have to reduce. Hawks is not going to accept 12 divided by 92. If you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 0.130434783. Convert that to a fraction, and it'll reduce it for you to 3/23. Okay? Again, another way to write a ratio is using the English word to. You can write it as a colon, so we could rewrite this using a colon. We can't change our order. Or we could rewrite it as a fraction, 30/32. And once you reduce this, this is divisible by 2. This is also divisible by 2. So my answer is 15/16. Number 7, okay, notice your words. They want miles per hour. So miles have to come first, 57 miles per hour. So 57 divided by 3, if you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 19. 19 miles per hour. Number 8 is words per minute. I think you get the point. So words has to be on top or come first, and minutes has to come in the bottom. This is like a typing rate, maybe. How many words, I remember doing this in typing. Also, maybe how many words can you, I don't know, write or type. Okay, 1,750 divided by 25. We know 25 will go into 1,750 because of our divisibility rules. But you're going to get 70 words per minute. I'm going to abbreviate that. Okay, number 9, a serving of 4 homemade baked chocolate chip cookies weighs 25 grams and contains 5 grams of fat. Now be careful here. A lot of students miss this one. This is our total, and this is our fat. We have to make sure we put the numbers in the right order. Just because 25 came first in the problem does not mean that 25 comes first in your answer. So be very careful. Again, we're making homemade chocolate chip cookies. The cookies weigh 25 grams in total and contain 5 grams of fat. What is the ratio in lowest terms of fat grams to total. So they've changed up the order on you. They want the fat first and they want the total second. Most people are going to put 25 first, but that's not correct. We want fat to total. So it's 5 to 25, and if you reduce those both by 5, you get 1 to 5. There's the answer right there. And the last one, hits to times at bat. So this guy, whoever, or lady, whatever, I'm assuming it's baseball or softball, has 5 hits in 55 times at bat. You have to make sure that you follow the order that's given. So we're going to reduce this by 5, and the answer is 1 over 11. So those are my notes for section 4.1, ratios and unit rates.